of us had that period when drawing was easy and effortless. You purposely just sat down to draw, it was pure fun, and you hated when, for example, dinner was ready and you had to get up and stop drawing. But now it's not the same, right? I mean, you still draw, but it doesn't seem as enjoyable. The good news is that I know exactly why this is happening to you, because it happened to me. I went deep into books and tried to deeply understand the reason, and finally unstuck myself for good. This is why I created this 5-step strategy that will make you love art again, just like you did before. The last one is a small kind of pale little step that you can do right after this video and will motivate you so much to start now, so be sure to stick around till the end. By the way, I'm Matt. I drew a whole 80 pages fully illustrated fantasy art book in only 3 months, and this is how I did it, being addicted to the process. I wasn't forcing myself to do it, I wanted to do it, like I swear bro, I couldn't stop, like I'm not even joking, I'm serious. Now the first thing that I tried to understand was why I stopped drawing in the first place. Why would I ever stop drawing if it was something that I liked to do so much? Well, it comes out that when you stop doing something that you really enjoyed doing before, it's probably because something even better joined your life. Something that you think you like doing more. But sometimes you're wrong. I'm sure you already know what activity I'm talking about. It may be watching TV, or scrolling on your phone, or doing sports, going to the gym. You don't have to think about it so much. And we all know that it's probably a mindless activity, something that is bringing you nowhere, and there is nothing wrong with that by any means, but it is definitely something that is stealing your drawing time from you, right? So, if you want to draw more, you need to reduce the time you spend doing those things. Now, being aware is the first step, and the process to actually like drawing even more than scrolling or watching TV is to trick your brain. I'ma tell you how in just a second. When you get the craving to do the mindless activity like scrolling or watching TV, when you're supposed to draw instead, what you need to do is start drawing. So you get the craving, you start drawing instead of start scrolling. So your brain knows that when he gets the impulse to start mindlessly consuming, what you give him is drawing instead. Instead of opening Instagram, open your sketchbook. Instead of scrolling, start sketching. And your brain is gonna understand with time that when he gets the craving to do something mindless, you are giving him drawing instead. So the craving of scrolling becomes a craving of drawing. This takes time though, it's not an easy activity. What you have to do is force yourself for the first times, get through the hard times where you don't want to do it and you do it anyway. And with time, your brain is gonna adapt to what you give him, to what you tell him to do. And the craving is gonna transform over time. So be patient the first times, and I'll be sure that you will replace that addiction with drawing. By the way, good job if you're still here. You're watching this educational video instead of scrolling on some mindless stuff with practical advice. This means that you're really serious about your art, and you might as well start following me if you want a value like this every single week. Now, there is ways to make this easier. It doesn't have to be just draw. Don't think about having fun. Otherwise, drawing is not gonna get fun, but your brain is gonna see it like something that you have to do instead of something that you wanna do. So the way to make this easier and more pleasurable is to make the process more cozy and fun. And a word that summarizes this all is attractive. If you make the process attractive, you're gonna get addicted to drawing, as simple as that. And I'll tell you how by telling you a story. I remember when I first bought a slightly better sketchbook than the usual one. And with that I mean that my old sketchbook was literally made out of toilet paper, and I bought a slightly better one, so nothing too expensive. And I was twice more excited to start drawing on it. I wasn't just thinking, oh yeah, I got my usual sketchbook, I have to sit down and draw like the old times. But I was actually thinking, damn, now I got the new sketchbook and I wanna sit down and draw on it, right? So if you buy something new, if you add something to your process, you're definitely gonna get more motivated and more willing to draw, right? I'm not saying that you have to buy stuff though. I'm not saying that drawing is pay to win. I'm saying that you have to spice something up, change something in your drawing process, like experiment with the tool that you left behind because you were too scared to pick up. You can try a new technique with the tools that you already have. You can buy a new sketchbook, as I said, and decorate it with stickers or stuff that you find on the floor. Like, I really loved going outside with my sketchbook, and if you go to the park and actually sit down and enjoy what you're seeing, enjoying it on paper, you can literally pick up like small leaf that you like, stick it on a paper and draw a copy near it, and maybe stylize it with your style, turn it into a character. Like, you have to have fun with the process, make it attractive, find reasons to start drawing. So buy new stuff, try new things, experiment, go outside, touch grass, and try and draw what you see. Now the next step is the parts of the plan that just make sense. It's like you're putting together two pieces of the puzzle that perfectly match. Now I'm gonna tell you what it is right now. If you have an activity that you already do during your day, for example, the daily walk at the park with your dog, or whatever you like doing already and you do every day, if you pair this with drawing, you're gonna make drawing part of the routine, so you'll do it every day. And you're also gonna associate drawing with the pleasure that you get from the activity that you already like. So you get two bonuses. You implement the habit in your life and you're gonna like it even more. Drawing is gonna get even more addictive, right? Now, I can already see you hyped for the next session. You go approach your sketchbook, you take it, you grab your pen, you grab your stickers to stick on your sketchbook, you approach your desk, and it looks like this. It's all messy, you got dirty napkins everywhere, the pile of clothes that have been piling up for the past 5 years that is coming to life somehow. All the food leftovers that you left from the previous gaming sessions. You might as well start drawing tomorrow, right? If you have a dirty space, you're definitely not gonna get the motivation to draw. Your space has to look like some place where you can comfortably sit down and start working with no distractions, no dirty stuff around you. It has to be clean and it has to make you want to actually draw, right? So what I can tell you to do is to make it look prettier with the posters on the wall, a 3D model of a human body to help you while you draw anatomy. You can change the wallpaper of your computer to some drawing that you like of your favorite artist. You have to make it a place that makes you want to start drawing. Otherwise, if it's looking bad and dirty and messy, trust me, you're gonna just lay on your bed, taking all the clothes that you put on your bed and putting them on the desk and start brain rotting your day away. Now, the little peel step that I promised you before, that is gonna make you draw right after this video if you follow the advice. So what you're gonna do right after this video is called the motivation ritual, and it's gonna trick your brain in a way that is gonna make you want to draw even more and even more often. So it's basically a couple of pleasurable things that you do before, during and after your drawing session that is gonna integrate into the habit of drawing and make it even more enjoyable. So what I'm talking about is, for example, you start drawing, but before starting, you put your favorite song on. So it's gonna get you hyped up, maybe a fantasy song that makes you wanna draw dragons, if you wanna draw dragons, or pirate music if you wanna draw a pirate ship with all the crew members in it. So you have to get in the mood with your favorite song or something that makes you wanna start. Then while you draw, why not put some cozy music or lit a candle, or even grab your favorite snack or fruit that you like to consume while drawing. So it's gonna make your brain associate drawing with the pleasure of doing these activities. And by the end of it, if you really respect the time that you set for yourself, so you have to draw for an hour and a half, and you actually draw for an hour and a half, why not rewarding yourself with something? For example, after 10 sessions where you actually match the time that you had to draw, buy the new tool that you want to buy, right? So by doing this, you're gonna tell your brain, if you draw, you're gonna get rewards, you're gonna like it, you're gonna actually not only draw, sit down and focus, but you can actually make it pleasurable, right? And this is called motivation ritual. So if you do this every time you draw, your brain is gonna like it so much more, and you're gonna thank me for this. So if you pair this with the tidy space that we talked about before, you make the process satisfying and replace your useless habits with drawing. There is no way you're not gonna get so addicted to drawing, like you are now to playing video games or whatever you instead of drawing. Getting better at drawing, of course, is gonna help you too, because you're gonna see your skills improving. And if you wanna know how to make studying fun, you can watch this video right here. If you're serious about your art, make sure to follow me, and see you in the next one.